Network, FNTV. And today's show of Fashionology Today, where ology and fashion come together in a live weekly 30-minute TV show. Where we come to you live weekly on Tuesdays, 1 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Mountain. Where we talk fashion, style, sustainable fashion, business fashion, and more. So let's come together and learn more on Fashionology Today. Hosted by creator and president of the Fashion Network and veteran fashion designer, Annie Rigsby.
I can't hear you. Can you hear me? I can't hear you.
So then I said to him, you ought to customize your car insurance with Liberty Mutual, so you only pay for what you need.
Doug, can we talk about something other than work? It's the weekend.
Yeah. Weekend. Weekends are a lot like insurance.
Yeah.
Yep. Hot dog or chicken? Hot dog.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
See. Can you hear me, Rachel?
Yeah, now I hear you.
Yay! Okay. I think we had to take your headphones out, and I'm not sure what happened, but now we can hear you just fine, and you can hear me.
Yes.
Yay! Okay, good. Well, that's exciting. I'm so excited. Wonderful. Well, welcome to the TV show, of course, where we are airing all fashion all the time on any device. And I know today your laptop unfortunately broke this morning.
Yeah.
But I meant it in the sense of it's awful when something like that happens because it can really frazzle you. So just take a couple deep breaths, Rachel. You are doing great, and we're going to have a great show. And, you're on today for the season finale of Fashionology Today. And I think the first thing would be to tell us about, what is going on in your life. And we're going to toss up here on the screen where everyone can also find you, which is rachelmariehurst.com. And I'm going to toss it to you.
Yeah, so currently we just wrapped up several different fashion shows. We debuted in Omaha, which was exciting. And that was really a
Yeah.
great opportunity for our brand. We learned a lot and made a lot of new sales for RMH. And so we definitely are high off of that momentum. But what's kind of going on next is we're getting ready for our pre-fall collection. And so we'll be showing that in June and then kind of transitioning into focusing on product development.
That is all, incredible. It's
Yeah.
fascinating. You've shared a lot with me over the last couple months about how you began,
Uh-huh.
and to now kind of start the story at the end and work backwards a little bit. It's really fabulous to see all the progression that you have made, and we'll get back to where you're going in June and showing, not to mention more on your website and what's happening. I love your. So if you could, will you take us back to where you were during college
Mhm.
and how you started college at CU Boulder and what happened at that point?
Yeah, so I started at CU Boulder and I actually went in to go on the pre-med track. And so ever since I was 4, I thought I wanted to be a doctor and got
Yeah.
into kind of the throes of it and realized that I really am scared of dead bodies, A, and B, that that just wasn't for me. I really respect what doctors do and how they help people, but I really kind of had a meltdown and didn't know where I was going. A friend of mine was like, let's start a fashion group on campus. I think he kind of saw that I was lost. And at first, being a straight A student, I was kind of like, I don't know why I would do something like that, but I'm glad I did.
Yeah.
We created our own fashion design student association on campus. There really
That's right.
there isn't a fashion design program at CU Boulder, but I just knew I was so far into CU Boulder, I wanted to stay. And so we were able to talk to the professors in the theater department, and they allowed me to essentially create my own program of sorts. They taught me everything
Yes.
they knew about fashion design, and I really just got an amazing opportunity to work one-on-one with some incredible instructors. And from there, kind of we didn't have my very first show was like in this dinky art studio, maybe 50 people, including
Right.
models. Yeah.
Mhm.
And after that first show, it was the hardest thing I'd ever done in my life, but I was like, I felt so alive. And
Yeah,
pan forward
absolutely.
to leaving CU. I think we had like over 500 people in attendance. We got an office, funding for our
It's
shows. So
incredible.
thank you. It was just a really great opportunity to kind of have a
Absolutely.
not so typical experience in fashion.
Yeah, exactly. And for all of our viewers watching, Rachel decided early on after, high school that she did need to go to college, and she thought med school kind of with family influence was the direction and path you were taking. But, pretty soon, short time after you began, you decided, no, I've always wanted to be a designer, and I'm going to become a fashion designer. And so you really took the bulls by the horn, right? You took the bull by the horn and you said, I need to actually create this for me because my college isn't offering it.
Yeah.
And that leads me to, it really is unfortunate to see so many of these universities, the American Art Institute, Johnson and Wales. There's so many that have fallen the last 5 years or so. I think a couple eventually really fell after COVID, but prior, to see these institutions go away and not allow anyone to have the opportunity, I think you're a real inspiration,
Thank you.
for our viewers to see that you don't have to go to, the Fashion Institute of New York, and you don't have to go to Parsons or the LA Institute in Los Angeles, which are the top 3 really in the country right now. You can create yourself a program and become a designer. And so after you graduated at CU Boulder, what was your degree? I'm just curious.
Yeah, so I got it in costume. So I did theater with an emphasis on costume design. So
That's smart. Very
yeah.
smart. I mean, that's a great, there you go, right? Everyone that's watching, that's such a great avenue. If you're at a university that doesn't have it, and it's funny, I didn't even tell you my story, and I'm not going to tell you the whole thing because if this is for you, about you today. But in short, I first went to a college that my second semester freshman year canceled the fashion design program.
Wow.
And they said only the juniors and seniors, because once you're a junior, you can't really start over. So that's how they decided to end it, was if you're a freshman or sophomore, find a new school, change your major. As a junior, senior, we're going to finish you out, and then end the program. And luckily, I met my best friend, my soulmate, Amy, my freshman year. And, we both went on to become designers, and she still lives in Manhattan today. And we're still best friends after, 30 years. So good things can come to those.
For sure.
That if your program isn't going to last, that you can find another avenue. But we're going to take another break real quick, but on the back end, I would love to hear more about your upcoming fashion show in June. I know right in Denver, Colorado, you've got a good fashion show coming up, and much more, including we're going to go ahead and talk about what's happening in the transition with your website. So everyone, please come back after this commercial break. T-Mobile, thank you for being a great advertiser. And we'll talk to designer Rachel Marie Hurst in just a minute.
What is it?
This girl I just matched with, she likes The Office. I also like The Office.
Go to her. She likes The Office.
I'd known Monica for a whole 6 seconds. She was gonna switch to me.
I object.
Oh, did I mention she was getting married?
I'm Tanner. I like watching The Office and going on adventures. 6 foot. Gym rat. I want to find the Pam to my gym. And we're unlike any man I've ever met in my life.
You are unlike any woman I have ever met.
Switching has never been easier. Switch to T-Mobile and save up to $650 per line.
You're definitely not 6 feet.
T-Mobile is the leader in 5G.
Hey, welcome back. Oh, I just tossed that. I tossed that too quickly. But I want to show we've gotten off of some promotional materials. But basically, what I love about you as well as a designer is talking about the reasons you design. Can you talk us through those things?
Yeah, so I'm always designing for a woman who is sexy, edgy, flirty, and chic. She doesn't define her feminine energy by anything outside of just who she wants to be. And so my brand is really about empowering women for the lifestyle that they want and just accompanying them throughout those different special occasions in their life.
Yeah, absolutely. And these are such great photos to show that, essentially you're bringing those elements together, the edgy, the raw, the femininity, right? Of the woman that's wearing them. And it's a true women's wear brand, which is so great. Coming up here in June, you're going to be at Fashion West.
Yes. Yeah, so for June, we will be showing our pre-fall collection at Fashion West, and it's titled Dark Sirens. And so we're really excited. We're taking that feminine energy, but kind of channeling it into something a little bit more mysterious. Definitely want layered pieces, and our color palette will be really new for us. And we're doing from the land to the sea. And so, we're playing with some nudes into kind of the blues and the lavender. So very excited about this new collection.
Yeah.
I couldn't hear you. Can you still hear me? Uh, so the collection will have, so the last few collections we've had were on the floral side. And so we played with the motif of flowers. We're going into not so much of a motif of flowers. We're going to use a lot of netting, kind of think like a pirate, a fancy pirate of some sort. So we definitely want layers. There's a little bit boho inspiration for the C parts, but we definitely want some structured pieces and a lot of sexy energy coming from this collection, which I think is perfect for pre-fall. And so the Fashion West show is something that's always near and dear to my heart. It's just because it's very creative and there's a great energy from hair and makeup as well. We kind of collaborate on a lot of things. And so we look forward to really working with Charlie Price and kind of moving forward into this new chapter for RMH as well.
There's a couple things. There's a couple things I'd like to say to you. After all the crazy things that we've been through. I needed you in the dead of night, the wake of the day, first broken light. And blind I'd fall, I'd follow you. I never realized how much I needed you.
Comfort. What we deliver by delivering.
So what's going to happen next is we're really excited. This spring we're working towards our online boutique. We did have a soft launch of it, but this will be the official full launch of it coming this spring. It'll feature new products, some of our favorites. Our duster jacket has been really popular, so we'll be offering some selections of those as well as some new product that hasn't been seen before. And so we're just really excited to morph into online products, something really big for our brand because we've done a lot of custom work. And so it'll really be nice to connect with our customer in a different way. And then moving forward from there, we hope to look into more opportunities on product development. And so that will be really big going into the next year. I think so. That's, I think, a big. There's so many different things I love about being a designer. With my own, the reason why I decided to go into my own company is I love the freedom. I think that's a huge thing for me and my brand, but it's the freedom to connect with women in a way that I want to connect with them. And so that's probably one of the biggest things I love about being a fashion designer is that you get to really create medicine for the soul. I think that, yeah, I think that women or people in general, when you dress to the nines and tens, you feel really good about yourself. I know, like, when I have a really rough day, I tend to put some extra oomph into what I'm wearing because it just makes me feel good. It makes me feel happy and confident. And when I feel those things, I feel like I can take on the world. And so I think that although I went into medicine, or I was going into medicine, which helps your body, I definitely think that fashion is medicine for the soul. And so it's really exciting that I get to do that. Yeah, so my biggest source of inspiration was Dior. I just really love that feminine energy that he put forward into his house, and just kind of the overall artistry that he takes and the approach that they've had with their brand for decades. And so I think that's my biggest source of inspiration as far as a fashion designer. Again, I love promoting feminine energy. And so it was only natural that probably the House of Dior is one of my favorite. Yeah, thank you so much for having me on the show. It's been wonderful. I think this is something so amazing to have for the Denver audience. And I'll be next at Fashion West in June. I hope everyone can come out and check it out, and be on the lookout for our online website that'll be in the spring at rachelmariehurst.com.